Good day, everyone. Welcome back. Today we have another inbox review. This time it's Academy's rebox of Asuka Model US Army M4A3E2 Cobra King. So, as always, we'd be taking a look inside the box, taking a look at the parts, some up close, and some general overview. And yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So before I begin, I'd like to mention that this particular kit does have a lot of sprues in it, so this might be a little longer than my usual inbox review videos. As I said, it's a rebox of a Asuka model, so they didn't really cut corners when producing this kit. So first off, let's start with the least amount of parts. This sprue right here, we have the turret halves, as you can see. Very nice texture on the surface and also there. You got the weld marks over here, some bolt details, and also on the underside, still nice texture over there. And then parts that are included on the turret. Next off, we have here these two sprues. As you can see, there are drive sprockets, and if I'm not mistaken, these are also some idler wheels or road wheels. This kit does look like it has an option for you to choose what kind of sprocket or idler or even wheels you'd use. So it's best that you do check or do use references when you're making a particular model or variant specifically. So that's it for this sprue. As you can see as you can see over there, nice details on the surface, very crisp. All right. Next off, we have this one. As you can see here, these are parts for the engine deck, the exhaust here, the grills, and also the panels in the rear, and the underside, or basically the rear end of the tank. Some handles over here, as you can see, fuel cap right there. And yeah, that's basically it for this sprue. Next off, we have here the hull. Has a nice look to it, as you can see there. You can tell that it's like really armored or thicker, and it has quite an angle also. You can see here the texture and also the manufacturing number, the weld marks over there, some bolt details over there and also here. And these ones are for the sides of the, if I'm not mistaken, let's check here. Oh yes, these are what you place underneath, so that, if I'm not mistaken, okay, these are what you place under here so that you can't really see through when you say look into here. You wouldn't really see through the tracks and whatnot. So yeah, that's it for this part. Next off, we have the hull sides. As you can see right there, this is the back. Not much to worry about. Probably very minimal cleaning, because when you put that in, it should fit quite snugly and not a lot of spacing. But either way, it's still safe to clean off excess ejector pin marks. And also we have here fine weld details. Very good detailing there. And we have the iconic looking mantlet of the M4A3E2. The story goes that the tank itself is heavy enough, and then once you get to the turret, it's also heavy, so they had to cut off a substantial amount from the mantlet just so that it becomes a bit lighter. So you have here, cut off piece. And also you have an option for this plastic barrel, 2 pieces. When I said option, which I'd show you later, this kit also comes with a metal gun barrel. So I'll be showing you later. If I'm not mistaken, this is the short 75. And here we have, right here is the front plate, because as you can see here, this is where the MG should go, and then gun travel lock over here. More handles, and then the mounting point on the side of the Sherman. This is common, especially this is common. This is a common detail, especially for those Shermans that use the sand shields. This is usually where it's nearly connected to. And also here would be for the transmission housing. So various parts. Here's the gun travel lock, and then other parts that go in and around the tank. And if I'm not mistaken, let's try to zoom in here. Wait. Okay, bear with me. Okay, there we go. These are the springs that are attached to the hatches. I have to verify if this is for the loader's hatch or each for the driver and radio operators. But this is a very good detail, something that other kits would either have molded into the hatch or onto the hatch, or missing at all. So this is a nice add-on. Okay, moving on. We have here flat parts, a lot of flat parts. No, I'm just kidding. This would be the hull floor, because Asuka Model, or basically Academy now, would want you to build it hull floor, and then the hull sides are basically the hull wall, and then you have here the middle part and also the rear. So basically it's really reinforced and it's not like gonna warp or buckle, which is really nice construction detail. And here you have the eyelets, the toe eyelets. Yeah, not much to go about, but good surface detailing right here. See the bolts. And also here for the suspension. Next off, we have here the transmission housing. Let's try to focus that in. There we go. Nice texture detail on the surface. Very good. And here we have yet another Mantlet version. So as you can see there's this version of the Mantlet, and then also what appears to be 2 other versions of gun barrels. This would be the longer 75. So yeah, this kit is quite versatile when it comes to detailing options. But again, as I said earlier, you will have to use references to make sure that you're modeling the correct M4A3E2 version. So here we have other parts for the rear of the turret. And this is where you would mount this part here. This is where you'd mount the machine gun if you're gonna store it. The antenna mount, and then more handles here. Oh, I think these are the lifting eyelets. Then these go on the hull or suspension side of the hull. And yeah, other parts for the various areas of the hull. Just looking around here. That's basically it. Next would be this. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. So there's a lot going on here. More of the attaching points, the lower side of the hull, even the transmission covering. As I said, a lot of option or detail options. The tow hooks right here. Then we have track links, another gun travel lock, the mud guards, the front, then Pioneer tools, as you can see over there, the hatches. Then this would be for the commander's cupola or the ring, then the hatch itself. And as you can see here, they have the MG molded out. And if I'm not mistaken, you also have to pay attention when building this MG, especially the coaxial MG. So the lights, the tail lights there, then also that like thing at the rear of the hull. So yeah, that's mostly it for this kit, for this sprue, sorry. We have here the MG parts. Says, so let's put this aside first. As you can see here, as you can see here, you have very detailed MG parts or MG assembly. The MG alone or the body, and then there's no gun barrel. You're going to have to choose from what kind of gun barrel you'll be using, the attachment point, the ammo box, and also, interestingly enough, there's a complete ammo belt right there. So I guess if we're going to try to really detail this, you're going to have to bend this a little. But of course, make sure to heat it, not melting point, but heat it enough that it's gonna bend naturally, or like how an ammo belt would usually bend. Next, we have more parts. Looks like ammo boxes, more detailing for the MG. Like I said, this kit has a lot of sprues, so you're gonna have to bear with me on this one. Okay, so here we have the 3 sprues for the suspension, all the road wheels there, and the bogies. Oops, this part is loose from the sprue. So quite an amount of detailing, especially when building them. As you can see, even this part is individually molded, so you're gonna have to really assemble it, unlike other kits where this part's already attached here, and all you have to do is just put the road wheels and then the rollers together, and then voila. But no, they want you to really make details on this, so it's pretty nice, it's pretty cool. There, as you can see right there, quite the amount of detailing. It looks like, as you can see, this is the pressed steel version. This would be the back part, so you're just gonna have to pop it in and glue it. And then they also have here the spoked version, the one with holes right there. You can see there are excess plastic flash marks there. It's easy to clean out. You also have this kind. It's almost like pressed steel, but the sheets are thinner. So again, use the references when making a particular variant of the M4A3E2. Here we have more parts, a lot of handles, a lot of hooks, some parts for the turret, extra track links right there, the periscopes, and it looks like these are supposed to be the headlight covers, but I think we can scratch build some clear parts for that. And what appears to be armor plates. So yeah, that's basically it. More fuel caps right there. Then the headlight guards and also for the tail lights. Yeah, this is it for this sprue. It's pretty small. They really divided it up from a lot of the other parts. Next, we have here clear parts for the periscopes and also the headlights, the tail light, if I'm not mistaken, and also for the commander's cupola. It's focusing right there. We have clear parts here, so it's really up to you how you try to approach and build it. But of course, when you're going to be using the clear parts, make sure to mask them off or attach them last so that they don't get painted over. We also have here more plastic parts. As you can see right there, sealed off for some reason, and they depicted solid plastic, just like these, of course, compared to this, as you can see there. Oh, okay, I get it. So you either use this one right here, and then you're gonna have to paint around and then try to preserve this one right here, or use this. But of course, it omits using this clear part, especially for the periscopes or the vision ports. So yeah, it's how you strategically approach and build this particular part that sets it apart. Yeah, but for most of the parts right here, they have clear part counterparts. So it would be easy, especially for the headlights and the periscopes. Here we have the tracks, and as you can see here, their tracks aren't in one. Let me take it out of the plastic. Their tracks aren't molded as one continuous section. They divided it into two, just like what Dragon did with their tracks for the MBT-70. Okay, doesn't want to come out. It doesn't want to come out. Come on, come on. Alright, there we go. One set. So yeah, they divided it into two, which you're going to have to glue the ends together like this. So you glue one end together, and then once you're completely finished with your suspension, just glue the other end, and then you have the entire roll together. Which makes, I guess, this makes weathering fairly easy to do. Here we have the other details. So we have here polycaps for some of the wheels. You might be wondering what's this black thing. So this is like a foam pad, a rubber pad. The interesting thing here with what Asuka did is that they want you to cut off certain sizes of this pad and then insert them into the VVSS or the suspension to depict how the springs would interact with the weight of the tank. So if you follow their instructions, you can make the tank look like it's dipping a little bit forward because of the weight. The M4A3E2 was known to be frontally heavy, so you'd have the tank slightly tipping a bit. So they included this for your convenience in trying to depict how the tank would look like, which is a very good add-on and something I'd be doing once I build it. And as I mentioned earlier, they have a metal gun barrel made of brass, and it looks very nice. Again, use references when building this tank. So of course, you'd want to know which gun, which variant used, or at least which unit or tank in a particular unit used. But yeah, this is an interesting detail piece right there. And then lastly, we have the decal sheet. So various options, and there's the decal for first and best stone. So references. There are a lot going on here. And here at the back, we have PE parts. As you can see right there. These look like they're for the periscope guards. So I think it's up to you if you want to use this one or if they provided plastic alternatives. And here we have the instruction manual. Comes in 2 pieces. And let's skip all the way to the back. As you can see, here's the sprue list. And here we go. Let's elevate the camera a little. All right. So here we have the units. As you can see here's the 6th Armored Division for the 15th Tank Battalion, and then particular markings. It uses the longer 75. The next up, we have here one from the 6th Armored again, but the 69th Tank Battalion. Shorter. Right there. Different decals also. And where is... Okay, here. Here we have the famous first and best stone from the 4th Armored Division, 37th Tank Battalion of Company C. So yeah, you're gonna have to really look at this part for the decals and markings, and also actual reference photos so that you'd know you're doing the right tank. As you can see, this one uses the spoked road wheels, while this one just uses the pressed one. And also, I'm not sure if this, oh no, this one I think this one uses the pressed one, but with the flatter sheets in between. If I'm not mistaken, it's called the heavy type of road wheels, because of course they had to compensate for the weight of this tank. So yeah, wow, that was quite a mouthful. There are really a lot of parts for this tank, and if I'm not mistaken, this the Asuka Model M4A3E2 is one of the best out there. So Academy reboxing it made it, I guess, a bit more available to the market, which is really good. So yeah, I'll be building this actually today. If you're, say, in the States and in Europe, today would have been the anniversary for when Company C was able to break through the German lines during the Battle of the Bulge, and this is where the picture or this tank became known first in Bastogne. I'll be leaving a picture, a historical picture of that particular tank. So it's really known. It has photos in Bastogne, and unfortunately, almost by the end of the war, it got knocked out. But it was preserved, and yeah, this is like the living memory of it. So alright, I won't keep you guys any longer. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked this video, leave a thumbs up, but if you didn't, leave a thumbs down. And let me know down in the comments below what you think of this tank, or this kit. If you have it, your feedback, or in general, any ideas regarding the kit. So next video would probably still be inbox reviews, as I would still have to complete this kit, but I will update once this is finished. And that's it for today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a nice day. Thank you, and until next time, goodbye.